This is
The House of Kings.
Thank you for taking the time into linking up and to locking in. This is a very special occasion because it's our first episode. Yeah. Well, I'm excited. I don't know about you guys.
I'm
Yo tengo mi
excited.
traguito aquí, no worry.
Un traguito, vamos a un traguito entonces, espérate. Hay que romper el hielo un chingo, ¿verdad?
Hielo duro.
Hey, yo. Ese tiene una bola dura ahí.
For real.
Bueno. As you guys may know, most of you already, we are from Dominican origins and Dominican background, and we're just here to have some fun, have some nice, comfortable conversations, and just take it, as a therapy session with humor, and just hanging out with the guys, right? Today, our episode is about our origin stories, unfiltered, and we're gonna talk about basically what marked us in a sense of what made us who we are today from our upbringing. And for those who don't know, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Jay.
Hey, I'm Johnny.
AG.
And again, we are grateful for your time. You want to start, Johnny, with your story?
Damn, why me?
Because I feel like
Damn.
yours can be interesting.
His story is juicier.
And plus, I still got to think about mine.
Damn, all right. Juicy. Like that. Damn. So let's see. I was born in, just a little bit about me, guys. I was born in New York. Grew up in New York and basically Bay Ridge and Sunset Park. My grandfather lived in Bay Ridge. Hardworking man. Worked in doing airline assembly. Doing landing gears and all the aluminum stuff. So, and yeah, just basically grew up in New York until I was about 10. Then came down and lived in Florida, lived in Palm Beach. Actually, when I came down, Adriel was already here. And yeah, that's how that took off.
What about your background? That kind of you think is gotten you where you are now? Like what you went through when you were a kid? Do you feel like it's molded you, it's made you a better person? Like
honestly, my dad. My dad and my mom, but mostly my dad. Because my dad was a workaholic. My dad would work like 3 jobs.
So you saw that father figure from your dad as a working man. And you took that role.
Kind of because he wasn't, so I'll be honest, he wasn't really a dad though. Like he was a provider.
Yes.
But he wasn't a father though. That was the one thing I would say. He provided. He made sure that there was food on the table. But my dad wasn't really, like he was part of my life. Like when I was in Little League and baseball, he'll be part of it. But as far as like part of it, it was
you feel it's because of how he grew up?
Yeah, hey, yeah.
That his father treated him?
It's tough because it's a lot. But my dad, I'm being honest, a lot of my success I owe to my dad.
Yeah.
Because he taught me work ethic, hands down. I learned everything else after, but the most important thing is the work ethic. If you're not gonna, my whole saying is, if you're not gonna outwork someone, you're never gonna succeed. So, and you guys experienced it. You guys know me for a long time. You see how I work. Like, I'm always on. So, it's hard to turn it off though. And I'll be honest, I think it's because I've seen that. And my mom too. My mom's a hard worker too. But my dad, I ain't gonna lie, he laid that blueprint down.
I think both, to be honest. Your mom's been working since she was young. She had no choice to be a mother to her brother and sister.
Exactly. You know the whole story.
Yeah,
But my mom, I don't know if you knew, Jay, but my mom's mom died when she was about 11. And my mom was the oldest, and she had to become mother of the house. She had to cook, clean at a very young age. She couldn't, do a lot. So I didn't learn. The one thing I will say I learned a lot about my mom is financing. How to finance, budget, how to where
That's
to
very
spend.
important. Yeah.
Very, very important. But as and I'll be honest, as you grow up, you don't learn that here.
Right.
You know, I learned that in the house. I didn't learn that in school. How much did you learn in school about financing?
Yo era muy charlatán para aprender en la escuela.
School didn't teach you how to survive.
So I literally learned from my parents, but then growing up and understanding the other side of what I do, it's a whole different mathematical financing. Right. It's a very more complicated. Still the same thing, but just 10 times bigger. So that's the thing. But I mean, growing up, and I love my mother and my father. I always say this: I will never be where I'm at today without them.
What's the one thing you miss about your childhood? Like, what's one thing that you remember that you always loved?
My grandfather's house.
Yeah.
My grandfather's house was my sanction.
When they took them to eat pizza.
Oh yeah.
Where in Brooklyn? What pizza place in Brooklyn?
That's how I got my name, Johnny's.
Johnny's.
Pizzeria.
Really?
On 59th and 6th.
I don't even think they're there anymore.
No, they're not. I don't think so.
Nah.
I think the owner, the son took over, but I think they closed down.
What is the one thing that you would do again that, some people say, oh, I would never do that again if I had the opportunity growing up? What would be that one thing that you would either change or never change or do again?
I'll leave it alone. I won't change anything because I am who I am because of it. So a lot of people wish they could do a do-over. And there's times I do think of it, but then I feel like later down the line, you learn from it. So
That's a good question because you have me thinking.
No, hey,
because
that's why I'm here.
Like a few years back.
The narrator, right?
A few years back, I always think of things, but I just never put it in action. Just that you're afraid of what's going to happen. But I thought about, he says you don't regret anything, but the only thing I do regret is when I had it within me, I wanted to move. I wanted to move to a different country, something like that. When it was early ages, I just got my house, and I kind of regret that because I never got to experience that, living somewhere else or giving that a shot.
Well, it's also something part of what's going on in our lives, in our parents' lives, in that moment in time. I mean, maybe they wanted to do the same thing. Maybe they wanted to travel too, but because of circumstances or situations that they couldn't basically commit to that in that time, in that moment.
Yeah.
And couldn't give you guys, that you and your brother, that opportunity to travel to other places.
Growing up, even with him, I would have to get jobs and help them. Sometimes when you're a kid, you want to just work and the money's yours and you have fun, do what you want to do.
Right.
We kind of grew up to help our parents because, they came here with nothing, basically.
You're pretty much from New York too.
Yeah. I was born in Brooklyn, Bensonhurst. But I left, they moved when I was 1.
Okay.
And so it was me and my brother, my mom and my dad.
But from New York,
Puerto Rico.
You went to Puerto Rico?
I lived there for 7 years.
Okay. What part of Puerto Rico?
Levittown y Cataño.
Yo, this is something I want to ask you. I never asked you. In Puerto Rico, because I know you guys, you always tell me stories. And you always tell me the stories with your dad and the beach and everything.
Yeah.
What is something that I feel that you always take to the heart that you always never forget when you were there?
Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
Is that island feel that you don't have that stress as here, and Puerto Rico, it's not really
it's 100% culture. I feel.
It's but let's say you go to DR, you go to Jamaica, you go to St. Lucia, whatever it is. There's not that stress. People are not rushing. There's peace. People go to the beach. That's what I'm saying. We were at the beach every day.
It's a slower life.
Pace. Yes,
slower pace
yes.
life. Yeah.
And we were kids. But at that time we were living there is when Dominicans and Puerto Ricans didn't get along. There was a battle between those two, and then we were kids. So I was at a private school. My brother was getting jumped every day after school.
Wow.
So he has, they stabbed his hand with pencils, and my brother had it rough, fights and all that stuff. But besides that, it's tough because you're a kid, so it's you don't experience Puerto Rico as an adult. But it's beautiful, bro. and I grew up not with much. You know, a nice house.
Nuestra isla hermana. It's beautiful.
Yeah, but it is Americanized a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, evolved.
Because I remember you came a couple of times to New York.
Yeah.
We were hanging out and stuff like that.
Yeah, when I went to New York, I had to be like 4 or 5.
I remember.
You probably picked up an accent too.
Yeah, well, I barely spoke English. I didn't speak
he
English.
didn't speak English. Bro, when we first came to Florida, he spoke nothing English and I spoke nothing Spanish.
Boricua.
Bro, and I spoke nothing but Spanish. I didn't speak any Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So the translator was my aunt. My aunt had to translate for both of us.
I was born in Somerville, New Jersey, but raised in a place called Somerset. Okay.
Okay.
It was a small town in Jersey. Raised there to about 12 years old. Moved to the next town over, which is New Brunswick, Rutgers area.
Yeah.
And all I can remember is how hard my mom worked. Like, she was the man.
But your mom was the worker.
What happened with my father was he worked for a while. He actually was the first one here. He made it to the States first. Brought my mother. My mother had me here. My brother stayed till like he was 12 in DR. Then I think that's when they got him to come over.
Okay.
To cross over. But my father broke his back at a job at a young age. And so my brother didn't even finish high school, I remember, because he had to step in to help my mom. My mom had like 3 jobs. She did she worked at a candy factory. She did something else, I don't remember. And she also started baking in her house. She had her own baking business, cakes. And learning, and this was all self-taught.
I mean, your mom's a hustler, bro.
Man, let me tell you, we bought 3 houses because of her baking cakes.
Wow.
That's a blessing.
You know, and that just me dio valores eso. Me enseñó valores, me enseñó.
But that's what I'm saying. Our mothers, right? It's a different breed.
It is.
I mean, it's like you see, like hearing his story, seeing my mom working 2 jobs in Puerto Rico, your mother hustling, making it, they all went the same thing. And it's like, they weren't complaining. You ever heard them once complain? They do what they need to do.
They had it. Well, I feel that it's because they felt like that's what they were given.
Yeah,
and they have
the cards that they were dealt.
Exactly, and they were like, you know what, I'm gonna make the best out of it. Yeah.
Yes and no, because my mom and your mom started cleaning at a young age with their mom, and they learned how to cook at a young age.
Very young age.
And after their mom passed, it's like.
Well, I know.
It's like they had to kind of like.
I know there's family that we don't know, that we haven't. I don't know if you met them. We haven't met, but they were helping a lot.
Yeah.
And then going down what happened. We know about that. But.
That's one thing. My mom never gave up on, even though she was always struggling and always hustling. She always had the time to make time for me.
Yeah.
As a kid, always there. In those coldest moments in the morning. Waiting for the bus, drop it. She didn't leave until the bus came through to pick me up. Waiting there in the cold in a car that had no heat. Okay. And I remember she was always there for me, always there. My dad too. My dad was a hustler. Just that he couldn't. After his accident, he couldn't do any heavy lifting or anything. He was disabled at a young age.
Yeah.
So he was collecting his pension. He was collecting because he worked for a factory. Mm-hmm. Those factories that I don't know if you guys remember those huge TVs back in the day that they were on the ground. Mm-hmm. El que tenía esa televisión,
como un carro.
Bro.
No, if someone breaks your house, they can't take that TV.
Yeah, good luck. Bro. Good luck.
We have one.
We'll pay them just to take it.
Que eran en el piso, sí, pero eran grandes, bro.
Panasonic or something
Una
like
vaina
that.
rara. Pero I remember that. I mean, I don't remember the accident exactly. I remember when he had to get a surgery. It's vague, but I remember him teniendo la operación atrás. And I remember him trying to help my mom as much as he can. even though he wanted to, but he couldn't. And he kind of struggled a little bit with that. I saw that he struggled a little bit with that. But he made the best of it. He tried to, work in bodegas. He opened up his own bodega once. He worked in a bodega for a while.
Okay.
And for those who doesn't know what a bodega is, it's like a mini a corner store, like a mini mart.
Yeah.
And he did that for a while. Then he opened up his own, and we helped him out. Me and my brother. My brother always wanted to do his own thing, and I don't blame him.
Same question. You gave him anything you regret in your childhood?
In my upbringing, my childhood.
Is there something that you would change, or you would keep everything the same?
Honestly, the hate that I had towards my dad.
But you were young though. That's why.
I was young, and it was. I didn't know. I didn't understand what he was going through until I became an adult.
Yeah.
But
Well, my question to you on that one: did it change when you became a father?
Rapidly, it was like a switch.
Okay.
As soon as I hold my daughter for the first time, me and him, we had a love and hate relationship, and it was because of, like I said before, I didn't understand what he went through, because the way he was raised was way different than how we were raised, but that's all he knew. Mm-hmm. He was raised con palo y golpe y de todo, so it's like that's the only way he knew. But for us, for some reason, our generation, we look at that and we're like, I don't want to do what.
Well, it was the opposite.
Right. I want to make sure that I want to show my kids respect, show my kids values, pero sin darle tanto golpe. Obviously, hay que darle una pela de vez en cuando se pasan de las rayas.
Not the way they did it. Because
exactly.
My dad did the same thing.
Yo, your dad was Zorro with that belt, bro.
He used to get hit too. My dad hit the dog, my brother, everybody got hit.
His dad will whip that belt like Zorro, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. You think it's because of something that they going through within, like the anger they're holding, and then when they try to discipline us, it goes into that anger.
See, but I think we're on the same page though, because my dad's a great man. Mm-hmm. I love my father and everything, but growing up, and he knows, my dad, his way of disciplining me was work. Like I had to paint the house. Who the hell paints the house twice a year? My dad was very, very do this, do that, like military.
Yeah.
It was me. It got to a point where I was about 17, 18 years old, me and him starting into really big arguments. Mm-hmm. And mind you, I'm a worker. He brought me up to be a worker. He didn't bring me up to be a slacker. Everything changed, honestly. My dad went to a therapy session with my sister. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like nothing, but they there was something going on. He went, and I think it woke him up. I don't know what woke him up about it, but I remember that day very clearly. He came this is why I respect my dad more than anything. As a man, he came, he's like, listen, I messed up. I haven't been there talking to you. I'm going to be a better father. And I don't want to treat you the way whatever was going on. And dude, I'll be honest with you. The reason why I respect my dad, he never went back to that. Right. He is the man who he is today, like how you met him. Mm-hmm. Ever since that day, he became that man. That's why I have so much respect for my dad. I love my dad so much because as a man, he admitted that he was wrong. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. He changed.
And that's big for these old school men.
Oh, yeah.
They don't like to admit that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. My dad's still stubborn and hard-headed.
They're hard to express.
Yeah.
They're stubborn.
But that's one thing I will say. My dad's my best friend, dude. I call my dad every day. We talk twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. And my dad be calling me on some stupid things.
And let me tell you something. Take advantage of that.
Oh, no, definitely.
Take
100%.
advantage of that because you never know. All right, guys. I want to take this moment to give a shout out to one of my cousins in Providence, Rhode Island. Her name is Paola Silverio. She has a beauty line, like beauty products, and she's doing her thing. She sent us a beard product because obviously, ¿sabe? ¿Entiende? Entonces, right here, this beard oil nut-free formula. Made with love.
And nut free.
Yeah. Hey,
Hey, yo.
pause.
Hey, yo.
Pause.
I'm
pause.
just
You know what I'm
saying, nut free.
Her company's name is Hair and Essence Beauty Products. Guys, got this card here with the QR code. Lock in, hit my girl up. You will not be disappointed, I promise you. This thing right here, I mean, just come and get a close up of this beautiful, beautiful beard, right? This thing right here will make your beard look amazing.
Diablo, te subiendo la cabeza ahora con la barba.
Hair and Essence, QR code. She got her IG. You can email her, Facebook. Everything you need to contact her is right here.
We'll put it on the
Paola.
screen.
Yeah,
as
we'll
well.
link it.
I love you.
We'll link it down.
Yeah, we'll put it on the screen for them.
As far as any other promotions, right? We have a well, I don't have a full beard like you. You know, I don't think I could grow one, but I did go to Anthony at SMP.
Okay.
So like he does SMP. So I know he has a company. I forgot the name of the company though.
Shout out to our boy Anthony Bias.
Yeah. So what I have is SMP. He did SMP on me. So I still would do the beard oil, but I gotta be,
Well, his company, I believe, is Permanent Solutions Scalp Micropigmentation.
Yes.
You can locate him in his IG. They got an IG page, which I'll put in the bottom of the screen there, and just lock in. If you want to find out some information, he will let you know the process and what it's about.
We're definitely gonna have him on the show. Though.
Oh yeah, that's coming up soon. Hopefully, in one of our next episodes, you'll be able to meet Anthony in person. Well, not in person, in camera. We are gonna meet him in person.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that's been showing love, the friends, the support. You know, we appreciate that too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And then I definitely want to shout out my sister though. My sister, she's doing her own makeup line. She's a makeup artist doing her own makeup. La Cristalina. She's doing really good right now. So.
Well, I think her
La Cristalina de Moi.
the Moi is
Moi.
the IG
It's her
that
IG.
she's
We'll
she's
put it on the
promoting.
screen.
Yeah.
We'll link it down. But I just want to make sure she gets a shout out.
Of course. Shout out to Crystal. Also, I want to take this moment. If you guys ever are around Port St. Lucie, go check out my girl. Excuse me. Go check out my homegirl, Hope. She has a nail spa. It's called Tres Chicks and Nail and Spa.
Yeah.
Is it like that? Hold on. I'm
like
sorry.
that.
I don't want to mess it up. No, I don't want to
Don't
mess
mess
it
it
up.
up. Don't mess it up.
I don't want to mess it up. Hold on. Yo lo tengo aquí. Okay. It's Tres Chick Nails and Spa. It's located at 1477 Southwest Gatlin Boulevard, Port St. Lucie. Phone number is 772-353-5720. And by the way, if you go in on a Monday, they have this Monday special. Everything is 10% off. Any service.
I'm gonna go drive to Point St. Louis.
Yeah, man. Go check out my girl Hope. Shout out to George Valiente. That's my boy. So, yeah. Want to give a shout out to a couple of people that que no han apoyado desde el principio. Well, this is the beginning, but since the pre-production, all the setting up, all the advice that we received, my brother Henry, all the way from Jersey, he's giving us that love and support. He was the first one to subscribe. My nephew Danny Era, who is responsible for the soundtrack that you're gonna listen to, and everybody that just took the time to hit that first subscribe and show us that love that we need, that love and support.
Yeah. And I think after this we're gonna. I'm gonna.
Hey, Joe, you don't got anybody you wanna?
Yeah, no, my family, bro. Everybody. My mom, my brother. We've been getting good support.
This is a special, episode because this is our first episode, and hopefully this is not the last.
Yeah,
Oh no, it won't be the last.
Just stay tuned. Things will get more interesting.
Oh, beyond interesting.
Yes, sir.
Please, from our bottom of our hearts, we will appreciate it if you just like and subscribe. Thank you.
So,
Have a good day, guys.
see you to the next one.